What's up, guys? BrownieBits here. We are back in BrownieLand for a brand new episode. Today we are working over here in the new little area that we have bridged over, and or bridged over to. And I've been doing a little bit of research off camera between the last episode and today, and I found out a little bit more about the little like Senate buildings that the Roman senators would go to for governmental and meetings and governmental reasons. So basically the same idea as like Capitol buildings and that type of stuff that we have today. And I did a little bit of that research so that I kind of had an idea of what I was getting myself into ahead of time. Let's throw that away and that away. I do not need either one of those. And then is there anything we can oh yeah, we for sure can combine that. Okay, fine. We are fine. Going in strong. But yeah, so like I said, I've been doing a little bit of stuff or research off camera, and I think I've got a little bit of a design, and it's actually based off of the Senate House that Julius Caesar had built during his reign. And I think this is going to be really darn cool. There's still part of that left today. But like I said, I'm just taking inspiration from some of this stuff. It's not going to be like an exact replica, but I kind of want to get some of that like real life inspiration into these builds in these cities so that you can kind of see exactly why I built that and exactly where I kind of wanted the city to go in a more realistic sense. So that's why we are taking a lot of inspiration from Roman cities right now. And I don't remember exactly how, because I looked it up and I found out how, but I can't remember now because it's not up in front of me. But I don't remember how you say it, but it's in the title of this video. As far as like the first term, it's Curia or Curia. It's one of those two. Would be my guess. And the one that we are basing this build off of is going to be Curia Julia, which was the Caesar, Julius Caesar. That's what he had built for the senators and all that, which is definitely a cool thing. Because obviously looking it up, it was definitely something that has a lot of not wealth, but basically that whole Roman theme to it, just kind of showing off and the likes of that. So I think it's a pretty interesting project. I'm excited to be working on it. I actually went off and gathered some cyan clay, and after doing so, I realized that I made a huge mistake in doing that because I don't have the new texture pack yet. So it's kind of silly to do that when I'm going to be changing that to kind of match more of the aqua color. But yeah, so well, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, I wanted to give a little bit more background. I'm going to go ahead and finish digging this up, and then I'll be right back once I've got this kind of all leveled out and basically all grass, because we need to get the building in here, and we're going to lay the building out today and hopefully get you know, kind of the outside areas built up with some walls so that we know exactly where the actual meeting place is in this build. and where like the courtyard and all that stuff is. The Romans had a very heavily inspired like meeting area feel in a lot of their builds. And so you would see a lot of like courtyards or little like gathering places within homes or like apartments where maybe the local well would be. So yeah, those little meeting areas would take place of the current day living room or den in whatever you want to call it. So that is where the family would meet up. So that is the whole reason of that. So I've been drowning on for quite a while. The sun is going down now, and I want to get on with this episode, so I will see you guys in just a little bit. Alright, guys, and welcome back. Sorry about that again. Yes, it looks brown. It is actually gray terracotta. I absolutely hate the fact that it's brown. That is going to change when I get my new texture pack running. Up and running, I guess I should say. I've already got the texture switched. In fact, it's going to become the cyan color, what it is currently. Just because I think that's going to provide the most realistic, that gray color I want. And so basically what I'm doing here is creating a paved, I guess you could call it, a paved platform that this Senate building and complex, I guess you could call it, is going to be setting on. Now, the idea for this platform is that, yes, it will go off the side, but this is just going to make it feel like that much more grand. And we'll have supports coming down here and all that stuff. So it's not just one big slab of concrete or whatever they used back in the day. It is going to be more realistic. And it's going to have better depth perception because of it. Now, this building, the main idea, right? Yeah, that's about good right there. So, I'm going to mark it off like that. Maybe. Actually, no. You know what? I like how this part is. I may extend this platform out a little bit longer. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen or end up happening because, and here's the thing. We want kind of this pillared overhang out the front that will not only connect up to this area here, which is going to be the actual like meeting house area, the actual like Senate house, but we're also going to have like a small house or a small building over there, as well as like a courtyard. So inside this whole complex, which is going to be basically walled in to a certain extent, inside this whole complex, there's going to be a couple different things going on. So it is going to be a fairly large deal. And so basically this is where all the laws and regulations and everything that has to do with running the government of this time will go on. So we want a fairly large facility over here. This brown is really starting to anger me. Oh, I don't have any more. Okay. Well, let's go make some more then real fast. Because I want it to be gray because when it switches over, it's going to look a lot better. I know right now it's not going to look good, and I've kind of accepted that. So if you guys can help me accept it too. That's 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Oh. There we go. That's going to be more than enough. We will not need that much. But it's good to have, because eventually I do plan on using some more of it. Especially as we get more and more into the city. Because, like I've said before, this is probably going to be the largest city in terms of overall, like, distance spanned, in terms of overall like citizens or residences. Residents. This is not going to be the largest city. The largest city is coming up very soon, and it'll have to do with the end city structures. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm really excited about that build. But we are not working on that. That's going to be a little while in the future. I haven't even really started planning that or getting ideas as far as how those builds are going to look and how I want to, you know, adapt them to where they're nice. And there we go. We are almost done with this little part right here, creating this basically this concrete slab. Now, Romans did have use of concrete and stone and rock. We will be able to come in here and throw in some texture variation. But, so, yeah, let's see. We want 1, 2, 3. So we'll do 4 out. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Because we won't actually need that. We will, however, need this side here too. Now, we will have stairs coming up to it. This is going to be the front area. We will have stairs coming up, and then we'll have a pathway coming back here, leading off in that direction there. And in fact, we can save some of this stuff by picking up this line, or at least the bottom portion. I'm doing this because I don't want to lose any of it. Wish I could mine faster. Okay. And basically, all of this will turn into the paved area. I really, really, really like the design of this building, or the design of the building that we are taking inspiration from. It's a really, really cool build, a really cool structure. Oh no! So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually, you know what? That's going to be fine. We can make this work. We can totally make this work. I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. The bridge is slightly in the way, but that's fine. We may even have like an entrance onto the bridge from here. That might be cool. That is an idea. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So we've got this this kind of started up. And what I want to do, because the feet of this is going to be a little differently, we want to do... Pillar. We'll do 5 in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if this is going to work out, but it's... Ooh, it's not. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Well, let's see. 1. So it'll be here-ish. And we'll have this double pillar here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that works. Actually, you know what we could do? Even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is just have the 1. Maybe we'll see. So that's going to pillar up and then have basically the the entry overhang, it's going to have a roof on it and kind of connect up with the building. Now, the other thing I want to do is go ahead and get this whole thing laid out. Yeah, that's going to be fine. We might extend this side part. Excuse you, you rude. I can't even get a shot off because I can't see. Okay, yeah, sure. Run under the building. And then keep shooting at me because you're a jerk. There we go. Finally. Okay, that's fine. We are good. Yeah, I might extend it out by one, maybe. And we will see. We will see how that looks. I might be able to get away with it by doing something fancy over here. But the whole idea is just to get the outline of the building done. Now, the way I put it together on the test world, I literally just kind of did an outline. I didn't do anything else. Basically, I did this. This is how I did it. I wanted to get a little bit of talking in so we understand what's going on here and kind of have an idea of how this is all going to work out in the end. Now, the other thing, I hope I have stone. Just plain stone. That is going to be an interesting question. Do I have any just plain stone? Preferably 3 stacks. Yeah, I do. 1, 2, 3. We don't need you. Don't need you. Look at this. Get out of here. Okay. Let's make that. That is what I needed. Okay. Perfect. We will slide on over here, and just to get an idea for what we're talking about here. So, how I want to do it, I want 3 here. So, actually, you know what? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, there we go. So basically, wherever the floor is, we're going to have these platforms. Like this. Okay, and they're going to go all the way across. Now over here, same idea. And by all the way across, I mean there's going to be a limit, and I think it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that is going to be where we cut it off. Yeah. So basically, from that point there all the way over here, I think we'll raise this up a little bit more because I kind of do want some stairs up here, maybe 1 or 2 steps up. It'll make it feel a little bit more grandiose. But yeah, so this is kind of how this is where all the senators would sit, and then the next level up, and then the next level up, so they could see all what was going on and everything. So basically, these would continue across like this. And then we'll have a pretty interesting floor. That's the other reason I gathered up a bunch of cyan, or not cyan, a bunch of terracotta so that we could smelt it and make some pretty cool floor designs in here. We want it to feel very, very grandiose. Now, this building is going to be very tall, so we're going to have a lot of work to do to get this to turn out the way I'm imagining it, the way I have it envisioned. So I'm really excited about this project, though. I really like it. I just wanted to get some ideas out there. so that you understand what my plan is. And kind of what I'm thinking as far as the Senate building. Next episode, I will have more time. I ran out of time tonight to do much more than plan and do all this. But yeah, so next time we will actually build up this whole thing, I feel. Yeah, I definitely want to build up this whole thing. We might even have a new texture for this this stuff, so we can actually see what it's going to look like coming on, coming in from this forward part. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you really enjoyed it and want to see more content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I know it was a very talky episode, but it was I wanted to give a background of this building and of this this idea of what I am building here and why I'm building it. So now we have a background, we have kind of a plan laid out and how this is going. We have an idea of how this is going to look in the end. So I'm really excited to get started. Let's build this next episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.